Cassidy, welcome back. It's good to have you back in the office.
Thank you. It's good to be back.
It's been a little bit since we started this journey.
Yes.
And I have gotten emails, other patients come into the practice, and then people who have seen your video on YouTube as part of my channel want to know, like, where is she now? So we started this journey together in 2018.
Yes.
And it is beginning of 2021.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want you to kind of give me some feedback of not the whole journey, because I think the first video kind of does a good job of where you were before, but kind of pick up from where we left off last time.
Mm-hmm.
And we were more or less done with treatment. We're just kind of seeing you periodically as you needed, or just regular checkups. And I'll let you fill me in with.
I just tried to stay as tuned in with my body as I could. And whenever I felt like something was off, I was sure to call you and get in as soon as possible.
Sure.
And that was about every 2 to 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Started to go longer, and then I decided to start the journey with the veneers.
Congratulations on the veneers. So that is actually, that says a lot about where you were versus where you are now, because you had dental work done, got an original diagnosis of trigeminal neuralgia, and you had other diagnoses as well, like the neuropathic pain and facial pain and all those fun things. And then to go back and the first thing I noticed, this was very shortly on in our treatment, is you got your nose pierced on the side that's affected with the TN, which I don't think anybody would do.
No.
So you must have had quite a bit of relief from visit one.
It was almost 90% of relief, and then the other 10% came in the next appointment I had.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. Honestly, I never expected to have piercings on my left side at all.
Sure.
I was always like, no way, no way. And I just barely pierced these piercings. When was that? Like 3 months ago? And I was even nervous about doing that, but I haven't had any problem.
Good.
Yeah.
And then to go back on top of that, and what kind of threw you over the edge is dentistry. And there's no way in your story to deny that that is the causative agent. And a lot of patients have a similar story where what set off your TN, and it can be an auto accident, it could be trauma, it could be dental work, and that seems to be a common theme. But then to go back and do 20 veneers is a huge testament to the confidence that, number one, we really found out what your problem was, and it wasn't TN, although I'm not diminishing the pain that you felt at all. I think, one, having trust in the diagnosis and that you were feeling better, and then two, the confidence you had in the technology. And you're able to see what I see, and at this point you can probably read a T-scan as good as any doctor can. But knowing that changes that you implement into the bite could set you back, right? So how much control do we really have over this whole thing with making temporaries, doing the preps, and then delivering the finals? And we did that on Monday, and it's now Wednesday. How have symptoms been over the last 48 hours?
My symptoms have been little to none at all. Just a couple sensitive areas, but that's to be expected.
Yeah, with the amount of work you had done. Sure. Okay.
For how many hours were we working? Yes.
We started at 8 and we were done about 11:30, and then you had your teeth cleaned, and so we added a little bit more time on it, and then I treated you with the MLS, so that added a little. We finished right around 1.
But being open for almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's hard, but
Yeah. You glad you did?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
super glad.
Okay, good. Another common question is, are you off all the pain meds that you were taking for trigeminal neuralgia?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I was off of those, I think, my second appointment with you.
Well, I know that you started reducing
them.
but I didn't know you were completely off of everything until... Mom, can you help us out?
I want to say within 3 months she was completely off of everything.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So, while I want to be clear and state that while you are, I don't think you had trigeminal neuralgia. Okay, I think that was a misdiagnosis. And I think the reason why, I got a little slack from a couple of doctors that I labeled it trigeminal neuralgia. I'm like, well, that's what she was diagnosed with.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't diagnose her. That's what she came in with. And the point of that is that I think that there's a lot of other people who are getting the same diagnosis that have the same problem as you.
Yeah.
Okay? So if MVD was the answer, like you had 2 of those, well, why didn't it work? It's because, well, that was not a good diagnosis to begin with, right? We had other things going on.
Yeah, but it feels the same. It looks the same sometimes. It's sometimes easy to get confused with if you're not knowledgeable in the occlusion
Sure.
area.
The symptoms manifest the same
Yeah.
as trigeminal neuralgia.
Yeah.
I've seen that too across the board.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a number of doctors who are seeing that video and saying, well, if the guy in Eugene can do it, I should be able to pull that off. And this guy in New York who's now treated 2 people who have been diagnosed with trigeminal neuralgia, they're like, oh, I didn't know it was as simple as just getting this down. Because you can't see pain. There's no way to quantify it other than to ask you how bad it is, right?
And where it's hurting at.
Absolutely. So, any headaches?
Nope.
Neck pain? Okay. Because I remember that was one of the things you said, that the neck and the shoulders never tended to relax for you.
Yeah, they're still a little tense, but I feel like with the NUCA treatment, it has helped a lot.
Sure.
With relaxing and getting them even and everything like that.
So, there's a lot to unwind with you.
Yeah.
So, good. And this is probably going to be a process.
Oh yeah. 4 years of being like that.
Sure. And you're working out?
Yes.
Feeling good enough to do that?
Yes.
Take care of yourself? That's amazing. Mom, what about you? Anything just kind of like you want to add as far as what you've seen? Because I know her experience through that whole 5 years is very much different than your experience through that 5 years.
Right. I've pretty much seen my daughter get her life back. I've pretty much witnessed miracles. I never thought the day would come that she would get her veneers and be able to take care of her teeth. And it's such a good feeling to know that when you're thinking, I feel like I'm at the end of my baby girl's life, and then you see her living again. It's the most amazing thing that could happen to a parent.
Yeah. It's been a very humbling experience as a provider to be on the journey with you, because I haven't shared this with anybody other than a couple of you. Is basically like when you came in, you're like, I have this wrong, I have that wrong. I've had seizures, I've had brain surgeries, I'm on all this medication. I was kind of like overwhelmed and like, I don't know that I want to treat you. And you may be beyond my scope of practice. But you guys were pretty insistent in the sense that, well, we've tried everything else. Is there anything wrong with her bite that we can correct? And if there is, let's correct it and let's just see what happens. So we measured And you did have some concerns with your bite, and there's no reason not to correct that, because even though she's in pain, you still have to take care of the teeth moving forward. Otherwise, she can be a lot worse off by not doing that, because you're going to destabilize the bite. And for you to reach the level of improvement you did as quickly as you did, again, I don't see that with any other therapy.
Yeah.
There are other therapies that work and have very educated, talented doctors behind them doing the work, but I've never seen anything work as fast, as intense as DTR. So, is this goodbye?
No.
Are you done with me?
No.
All right.
I'll be seeing you soon for some more touch-ups.
Okay.
It's never goodbye, it's always see you later.
See you later. All right.